What's up, folks? This is Crypto with James talking to you today about some Bitcoin, well, some crypto news, not Bitcoin, Ethereum, along with a decent adoption story and potentially a negative story. So I'll get into all of that in a second. Before I do, as always, I just update the spreadsheet. The first 26 coins I held, the first 26 coins I spoke about on the channel. If you invested $100 into each one, when I release the videos and you're still holding all that crypto, you'd be in profit for nearly 37 grand. It's not what I hold anymore. If you want to see the coins that I bought, that I own, come check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share every coin I buy, every coin I sell, how I've been building and preparing the portfolio, particularly given the uncertainty in the markets at the moment. One thing I keep banging on about, and I will continue to do so, if you're planning on being in this space for the long haul, build a list of coins that you're really bullish on and watch how they move during a bear cycle, because there are real opportunities in a bear cycle. We see 70, 80, 90, 95% retracements in some cases. And if the coins that you're interested in are hitting their roadmap, building partnerships, look like they're progressing nicely, and they've retraced dramatically, they've got shots for huge gains. These were some of the criteria I looked at when I was looking at Phantom when it was $0.5%, and I realized this is going to run. So make sure you're building that list, guys. I've got my list. When the bear cycle fully kicks in, I'll be watching every coin on that list. And if I think they can 50x, 100x, I'm going to be sharing them with everyone in Copy My Crypto. So again, if you want to know, click the link in the description and check it out. So let's start with Ethereum. So Ethereum right now is looking far more bullish than it has. There's a couple of reasons. So firstly, the EIP 1559 has actually burnt 2 million Ethereum since August 2021. And obviously, we're coming up to the merge where we switch from proof of work to proof of stake. With the effects of this, the reduced emissions, along with the EIP 1559, this is going to make ETH a deflationary asset effectively. So there is now beginning to be quite a lot of bullish sentiment in and around Ethereum off of the basis that there is a consistent level of, or a consistent amount of crypto that's being burnt and removed from circulation. They're also moving to proof of stake. All of these things should lead to not only deflationary token economics, but fundamentally it should lead to cheaper transaction costs as well. Not dramatically cheaper, but enough that it's significant. So preparations for the merge, which should be happening in the summer, are taking place, and this could be very, very bullish. We've not actually got a launch date confirmed, but they've tentatively scheduled it for June this year. So now we're starting to see a bit more bullishness, and we're seeing that in a number of ways. Obviously, the burning is good, but the Ethereum outflows from exchanges has peaked this year so far. The outflow of ETH preceded a 15% increase in for the crypto within 10 days. And what it was 180,000 ETH was withdrawn from exchanges on Tuesday. It's a lot of money. Since obviously that outflow, Ethereum rallied from about 2.5K all the way up to just shy of 3K. So again, whales and bigger Ethereum holders are definitely bullish on this. They're pulling away from exchanges. They want to keep their Ethereum off exchanges. That always is a sign of bullishness. And this is what the Defiant article says, basically. So Ether bulls ascendant as anticipation builds for the merge. So they're forecasting a 90% reduction in Ether issuance and more than a 99% drop in energy consumption. We've also seen venture capital firms starting to add to their bags. So Three Arrows Capital reportedly added 40,500 Ethereum to its holdings on March 17th. On March 6th, Sentiment, which reports all the analytics, reported that billionaire wallets have continued to accumulate despite the markets pulling back since November. It is noted that 10-figure whales have added 2.2% of Ethereum's supply to their wallets. 2.2% of Ethereum's supply. Absolutely mad. Also on March 17th, an Ethereum researcher, Alexander Fisher, tweeted, and it's worth checking out his tweets. He keeps very good records. He pointed that a record 302,000 Ethereum is currently in queue for staking activation. So again, once they're staked, because I believe it's a 2-year lockup unless they're changing it, unless they're going to alter that. But that's 302,000 out of circulation. So again, very, very bullish. Like it says, many Ethereum holders have been deterred from staking by the current lack of withdrawal functionality for ETH. But I know there's now some exchanges like Binance, as an example. There are some exchanges and some staking protocols that are, when you stake your Ethereum, providing you with like Binance wrapped ETH or akin to that on other exchanges. So Willy Woo, who is a on-chain analyst, posted that Ethereum appears poised to break above a long-term bearish trend line. A number of his followers chimed in with charts that similarly suggest an upward move is coming. Crypto Rover also posted a chart to their 75,000 plus followers, indicating that the bearish trend has already been broken on Ethereum and Bitcoin charts. Obviously, trend lines are subjective, so yeah, fundamentally, Ethereum is looking really strong right now, and hopefully, with the move to proof of stake, the fees will be reduced enough that it doesn't necessarily impact retail investors, and retail investors can start utilizing Ethereum's very large ecosystem to stake or to farm or whatever they want, or swap, without paying exorbitant fees. But we will see how it plays out. But certainly the future right now, and even in the short term, is looking very bright for Ethereum. So other good news, Malaysia's finance minister has previously warned that crypto payments are illegal as they did not meet the universal characteristics of money. However, the Malaysian Ministry of Communications and Multimedia is reportedly backing the adoption of cryptocurrencies, with the deputy minister calling the government to legalize crypto. Now, there's a long way to go there, but it's a big ministry to be pushing for this agenda. And the actual minister, Zahidi, pointed out that such measures would significantly support young people as the cryptocurrency industry has been growing more and more popular. He also said that the ministry is exploring ways to increase the participation of young people within the industry. And the ministry is willing to bring this issue up because the crypto industry is the business and financial program of the future, especially for young people now. So we'll see if they start moving ahead with this, because this is a big, ask. And traditionally, we've not seen the banks overly bullish on crypto. They've been working on potentially introducing a CBDC to respond to the sort of growing trend. But beyond that, they've generally not been overly positive. In general, digital assets are not a good store of value and medium of exchange. This is due to the fact that digital assets are vulnerable to volatile price fluctuations due to speculative investments, etc. So a lot to do there, but if that happens, that's very, very bullish for, again, just adoption, because we've seen it with Ukraine, we've seen it with El Salvador, we're seeing it with Russia. A lot of countries are starting to look at it as a legalization, because as well, the governments want their cut, can't tax it right now, or the tax laws are unclear. This was always going to happen. This is something I've been waffling on about for a while. Potential downside in terms of crypto within Australia is a Senate committee focused on fintech has recommended a complete overhaul of the regulatory process in Australia for crypto. In its report, the committee has recommended several changes that will impact digital currency exchanges, DeFi, decentralized like DAOs, and the DEX ecosystem could be impacted. DEX and the wider DeFi has the potential to disrupt all conventions of banking and finance. So it makes sense that we're going to see regulators being a bit uncertain of this. They keep calling it the Wild Wild West. But fundamentally, DEXs provide people with an opportunity for a little more privacy and for, there's less barrier to entry. There's no middleman. DEXs are beautiful. But with regulation, if it's overly aggressive, it does tend to impact an industry negatively. So hopefully Australia's Senate really think through how they're looking at an overhaul of that process. Because if they do look at regulation, they need to make sure that they're not going to quash innovation. And that is something that we consistently see with poor regulations. So hopefully this will be a positive news story down the line. Anyway, that is it from me. Hope you're all keeping well. If you're new to crypto, if you've been in crypto a while, you're not happy with your portfolio, come check out Copy My Crypto. It's where I share every coin I buy, every coin I sell, and not just that, how my portfolio is prepared for the market, whether things go bullish, whether things go bearish. I feel very comfortable regardless, because I know how my portfolio will move forward in both those times. If you're not sure how yours should be set up, you can come see what I'm doing and you can match it effectively. Anyway, that's it from me. Take it easy. Bye-bye.